So I just asked and listen, I don't want to get in y'all business, but is something going on? I said, I know we talking about the war and all of this, and I hear y'all flying around getting rid of stuff. The wife didn't say nothing, but she looked at her husband, he looked at her. The man told me, he said, listen, all I can tell you is this here. Just get you and your family together. I said, sir, listen, I hear this on TikTok. I hear it all the time. I said, I know prices are going high. That man said, this ain't got nothing to do with prices. Just get your families in line. If you can, try to put things together to manage at least a minimum of 6 months to take care of you and your family. So I said, is it going to be that serious? That man told me, what's your worst nightmare? What's the worst thing you ever thought could happen to you? That's why I can't think offhand. He said, anything that you ever thought was the worst could happen to you, put that 10 times that amount. He said, listen, I don't tell you these things to scare you. And I don't want you to be afraid because there's no reason to be afraid. What's going to happen is going to happen. And he said, but since you asked, just get you and your family in line. So I'm telling everybody out here.
Hello, it's Call to Truth. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. I am re-uploading the following video. Someone watched it recently, and I saw that someone watched it, and it hasn't been one of the videos that has gotten any traction whatsoever. So it prompted me to rewatch that video, and after rewatching it, I'm prompted to re-upload it because I believe it should be getting more visibility within what it's gotten. And as I was about to re-upload the video, I'm seeing this breaking news. This just came out, or this video was just uploaded 11 minutes ago, and it says Donald J. Trump just posted recently today, Friday, April 10th, 2026, a cryptic message stating world's most powerful reset. So let's just play a little bit of this video.
This is Dabu7. A lot of people asking questions about this cryptic post that Trump put out talking about the world's most powerful reset.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. You can feel free to look at this channel and watch the video if you like. But I wanted to just let you know that a lot of things that I've been warning about for months is now getting more traction. I did a video. Let's just show you some of the videos that I've done. I did this video 3 months ago called 250th Anniversary 2026 Great Reset. And Donald Trump, he is a pathological liar, and he's also a narcissist, I believe. That's just my opinion. He, because of his personality, will let things slip. So I believe that he is privy to this reset that's going to take place. And he also recently had headlines because he mentioned that we may have just celebrated our last Merry Christmas. It says here, on Christmas Day 2025, Donald Trump posted a controversial message on Truth Social directed at his political rivals. Yeah, he didn't really say it was directed at his political rivals. He just stated, enjoy what may be your last Merry Christmas. They're just trying to clean it up to say that he was directing this at a specific group. He just said, enjoy what may be your last Merry Christmas. He knows what's about to happen. There has been a lot of videos recently of people stating that the elites are selling off their property, they're selling off their businesses, and they're getting out of Dodge. They are getting into their bunkers. There's a recent video about 400 families have started moving their RVs into a mountain underground facility that they've already set aside for themselves as a as a bunker.
The operation underground
All the vehicles are moving in. We got the families moving into place. This is the mine where we're going to be held up for months. We're preparing, man. I told you. We had to get ready for what was coming. So, we've got our families and stuff. Food storage is good up. We're packed up pretty tight in here. But it's going to be good to go, man. I mean, better safe than sorry. So we're getting loaded up. Everybody's moving in. We have different families in different sections. But you got to be prepared. We've reinforced this just in case of any blast up above. We are literally under a mountain here. You got to be ready for what's coming.
The boats? Where y'all going?
Like I said, we're packed in a little bit tight. We're going to make this work. About 400 families down here.
And I've seen videos regarding someone who's a chef who had a gig, a cooking gig for someone who had a bunker type facility.
He didn't know what he was getting himself into. Most private chefs turn up. They have very wealthy clients that are paying them sometimes over $100,000-$200,000 per year just to turn up a couple of times a day and make some meals for them. That's not a joke. You're dealing with some very powerful people. You're dealing with people who have influence in politics, religion, huge corporation owners, people who sit in seats of power. Miguel starts cooking. He's shown the kitchen. It's basically a massive underground bunker. You guys know those pods that you can buy? Well, yeah, it's like that, but a mansion underground. You can buy pods that are like, I think, $10,000 or $20,000, and they basically dig a massive hole in your garden or in your land, and then they pop this little like pre-made container in the ground, and yeah, it's like some storage unit thing or some special material or some tube or something. And they had that, but a proper industrial level mansion. They had 5 different levels. They had an elevator to get up and down the levels. They had full air filtration. They had blocking panels for radiation and different types of RF. And yeah, so this guy ended up telling Miguel a lot about the bunker.
And, I saw another video about, someone in New York, a garbage man recently, a garbage man who serviced the elite, and they were noticing that a lot of their homes were up for sale. They were, selling their properties at huge losses in some cases.
The first thing that Eli realized were that a lot of the people that he was, collecting their garbage cans for in the wealthy areas of the suburbs of New York were actually having all their houses up for sale. And this was even happening before he retired, which was like over 15 years ago now. But this guy was going around and he said to me that he saw an abnormal number of for sale signs. And obviously when he worked his job, it was totally normal to go around in the truck, just see a couple of like houses up for rent, houses up for sale, houses that have sold, and you get those like realtor signs up that they pitch up in the front yard. It was just standard practice. He would be interested and be like, oh, he would chat with his buddies and be like, oh, that one's gone. That one's this lady's and she sold it. They just knew everyone. And he said that he noticed towards the end of his career, even when he was in his early 70s, they were already starting. So I'm guessing this would have been around, it wouldn't have been the early 2000s, it would have been like 2010 roughly or 2015. And eventually it became abnormal. It became to the point where old timers who he knew, we're talking guys who were in their 70s back then, started all putting their properties up for sale. And Eli really noticed one thing, is that they were all kind of acting weird about it, as if they knew something or were in some kind of a group that spoke about things that would happen decades before they did. And it got so bad that not only now do they have this in New York and loads of states across America, but also in the UK and Europe and even parts of Africa and Asia, that these wealthy areas can't sell their properties. Started looking, because even back then, obviously they had those sites where you can check what things have sold for, And he was looking, and he was just seeing that they were taking massive losses. Like, there was a guy, he bought his house for $8 million and he sold it for 5 million 20 years later.
And they were moving out of the area. And so he was getting the sense again that these people know of something. And then also I think it went viral on TikTok. There was a black Uber driver who was overhearing a conversation of well-to-do people in the back seat that were talking about selling off their businesses, and their daughter was talking to them on the phone. She was in London and was headed to Canada to finish selling off their properties or their businesses that were in Canada.
When I pick my passengers up, I let them talk. And if it involves me, I'm going to jump in it. This one didn't involve me. This is that one time I'll jump right in on the conversation. I picked up an elderly white couple in their mid to late 70s. They well-to-do, we talking hundreds of thousands. I'm pretty sure in the upper millions. We're getting rid of businesses that they own. Finalizing that shit. On their way to California, I just dropped them off the airport to finalize the last properties they own in this country. How do I know? They on there talking to their daughter. She's in London on her way to Canada to dispose of whatever business they got going on out there. So I just asked and listen, I don't want to get in y'all business, but is something going on? I said, I know we talking about the war and all of this, and I hear y'all flying around getting rid of stuff. The wife didn't say nothing, but she looked at her husband, he looked at her. The man told me, he said, listen, all I can tell you is this here. Just get you and your family together. I said, sir, listen, I hear this on TikTok. I hear it all the time. I said, I know prices are going high. That man said, this ain't got nothing to do with prices. Just get your families in line. If you can, try to put things together to manage at least a minimum of 6 months to take care of you and your family. So I said, is it going to be that serious? That man told me, what's your worst nightmare? What's the worst thing you ever thought could happen to you? I said, well, I can't think offhand. He said, anything that you ever thought was the worst could happen to you, put that 10 times that amount. He said, listen, I don't tell you these things to scare you. And I don't want you to be afraid because there's no reason to be afraid. What's going to happen is going to happen. Now, I'm listening to this man telling me this shit. And he said, but sit your ass, just get you and your family in line. So I'm telling everybody out here, they getting rid of shit for a reason.
So I say all that to say that something is about to go down. I've been warning about it. I've been, having various videos about the Great Reset. I also have videos out here regarding extinction level event, which I started talking about probably over a month ago. Now I put on my community posts where I've been seeing these videos now where people are making videos just in the last 7 hours about a mass extinction level event. I haven't even watched this video yet, but I saw they're talking about a mass extinction level event. And so I reposted this. And also as another one that was 15 hours ago. Both of these are today regarding extinction level events. And I posted this video. Originally, I posted this on the day before the U.S. and Israel attacked Iran. I posted this video on February 27th. And then I also did another video the following day on February 28th called 2026 Judgment Day, which is another video that I would highly recommend that you watch. Actually, the Judgment Day video I put at the end of this part 2, this extinction level event part 2. I put part of the Judgment Day is at the very end of this video. So because it's such a important message that I just put it into this video. So I wanted to just say that the elite know what's happening. I've been warning about these things for months now. And I did a video on December 5th, I think it was, where I uploaded. It was called, Do You Feel the End is Near? I started getting a knowing in my spirit that something big was about to happen. So yeah, it's here. This is 4 months ago. 4 months ago, this was at the start of December where I did this video, Do You Feel the End is Near? feeling it. I really have a sense of that things are literally about to change. They are about to change, and having a job is not going to be important. That's not going to be important. There's something spiritual that's about to happen. That's what I have in my spirit. And it's, again, it's not something that logically I'm thinking. It's something in my spirit that I just have a knowing, and it's just more of a, I don't even feel any kind of motivation. Like I feel like that I'm coming to an end. Now, whether it's just me individually are going to be coming to an end, or collectively the system's coming to an end, I don't know. But all I know is I just have a feeling of finality, of things not going on the way that they continue to be going on. And then only got 29 views, but a lot has happened since then. A lot has happened since then. And so now we have Donald Trump talking about the world's most powerful reset. He didn't put any context, didn't say anything else, just posted that message. And I've been warning about a great reset that's about to happen. So with that, I just wanted to state that you may want to pay attention to the following video.
Yeah. You crossed the ocean just to find your granted. Sacrifice your own boys for a lie. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Make America great again. Yo, Tails, vision crazy. Yeah. Make America great again now. We will see what happens, yeah. Watch this. Sacred defense, we protecting the soil. While you sacrifice soldiers to pay for